Hello everyone, I'm Pharmacist Fatima, and today we're going to deep dive into iron deficiency. What is iron deficiency? How to know if you have iron deficiency? That is the obvious reasons and the less obvious reasons. How does iron deficiency affect your oxygen supply, which causes the symptoms that has already been explained, and the iron rich foods that will help in making sure you prevent iron deficiency, manage iron deficiency, and treat iron deficiency. Let's deep dive into it right now. First of all, what is iron deficiency? Iron deficiency is when you have a lesser amount of iron, like you don't have the amount of iron required by your body to perform perfectly. That's iron deficiency. And the symptoms for iron deficiency, the obvious symptoms for iron deficiency are you feel very weak and tired almost all the time. Even after resting, you'll be feeling weak. Sometimes you'll be feeling very dizzy, like just you won't have an idea of why are you feeling dizzy. You'll just be feeling dizzy out of the blue. Your blood pressure is actually good and all those things, but unfortunately you're feeling dizzy. Your skin will be pale, kind of not its natural color, as well as your heart will be beating very very fast. It's not like you're having anxiety, but your heart is actually just beating fast. Yes. And then the less obvious reasons that so many people actually don't pay attention to is your hands and your feet will be getting very very cold. There will be swelling of the tongue or sometimes blisters around the corner of your mouth, shortness of breath, even when you even with the slightest small activity you'll feel shortness of breath, unusual cravings like craving clay, eyes, very, very weird and very, very random. Restless legs, especially at night, you'll be having that kind of restless legs, thinning of hair, that's baldness, spoon shaped nails. Just like you'll be seeing in the screen, spoon shaped nails, poor concentration, and when the anemia is extreme due to iron deficiency, there's dilation of the eye. Now, let's concentrate on the screen and I'll show you how iron deficiency actually affects the transportation of oxygen. When oxygen enters your lungs, hemoglobin attaches to oxygen. Usually, it attaches to 4 oxygen, and then it is transported through your blood vessels and into all parts of your body, from your legs to your hands to your organs, all of it. And in return, it carries carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide is transported back into your lungs, which is exhaled back into the environment. This is the normal system of oxygen binding to hemoglobin, red blood cells, and carrying it throughout your system and getting it to where it's supposed to be, which is oxygenated blood. But when you have iron deficiency, instead of this hemoglobin to bind to for oxygen, it in return binds to lesser amount of oxygen, which will not give your hemoglobin, red blood cells, the ability to transport oxygenated blood throughout your system adequately and efficiently. This is because when there is less iron, the hemoglobin doesn't have that capacity to carry the oxygen required to oxygenate the blood and take it throughout the body. And that's why sometimes you get cold feet, cold hands, and also you get foggy memories or less concentration. Now, the good news is with the right food, you can actually prevent iron deficiency, or if you have iron deficiency, you can make sure to include some iron supplements. Iron rich foods to look out for are spinach, red meat, pumpkin seeds, baby flavor, and from our local food, you can look out for ugu soup, beans porridge, or akara beans, anything that has to do with beans, as well as egusi. Iron deficiency is preventable. With the adequate dietary iron intake, you can actually improve hemoglobin synthesis, which in return improve oxygen transportation and enhance cellular respiration. So, if you notice any of these symptoms in yourself or someone else, don't guess. Visit your doctor, get it treated, eat iron rich food, and make sure to take care of it. Iron deficiency is very, very common, but it doesn't have to control your life.